All right, next segment. Let's see what we can do here. What we're trying to do is get rid of that original surface. What I'm trying to do. All right. Okay, again, I took a chance by going the wrong way. But that one flake removed the final remnants of the surface. Okay, so now we're home free to do whatever we want with the rest of it. Just watching out for how the flakes are diving. But I think I can manage it. Okay. So yeah, that last flake took off, I think, everything else, right? If I'm not mistaken, I don't see any of the other surface. I mean, I don't see any of the original surface. Okay. So I worked the slab randomly. I got to a point where I can deal with it. Now it's just a matter of contouring it in a reasonable way. Maybe try to get rid of that step fracture. Let's see. I'm not going to worry too much about it if I can't repair it completely. I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah, most of this can be done with pressure now. All right, so let's see. It's about 5 millimeter. Yeah. By 30, let's say 35, 36. That's like 5 to 1. 6 to 1. Listen, no, 5 into... Did I say 35? No, it's 7 to 1, right? 5 into 30 is 6. 5 into 35 is 7. Okay. 7 to 1, which is good. I don't need to thin it down anymore. Okay, so what do we talk about during the pressure flaking? Something annoying, I hope. What do you suggest? What do you suggest, Kevin? Where'd he go? Kevin's out of here. Found it more interesting to hang around with his brothers. and his one sister. Okay, so this snaps a lot like the Horse Creek stuff. Alright, how thin are the bases or the stems on a Kirk? Really, really thin or no? Damn, that's not good. Those red areas are bad. I mean, that hurt a lot. That was really bad. I was going good there until I hit that red area. Taking it for granted that this pressure flakes so well in all the other areas. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to thin down that red area because it just doesn't want to cooperate. I need to look at the Kirk illustration. I need to, but I'm not going to. I'm kind of in a hurry. I know that there's some fancy pressure flaking on some of these. Oops, a little bit too much. Too much pesto. Too much gusto. I don't know. It looks like it's very finicky. Just when you think it'll cooperate, the edge will shatter, or the flake will stop, or something will happen. The edge will crush. Just when you think you got it figured out. See, I thought I was going to make a good flake there. But there's a little gritty spot, like a little dry, powdery, gritty spot right there. What the heck? Yeah, it was supposed to do that earlier. I had to take a much bigger bite out of the side to get that flake to travel. I'm just trying to make the edge thin and straight. All right, so I'll stop messing with the edge here in a minute. I think some of these corks were serrated. I can't remember now. Hasn't been that long. I should be able to remember that. All right. Symmetry is overrated, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. Okay, so notching. Let's hurry up and do some notching. 2 notchers. One thicker than the other. Start with the thick one and end up with the thinner one. Hopefully not make this video too long. Crunch that in there, but not too crunchy. Dang it, I lost some of that ear. I lost some of the ear on this one. A little bit too aggressive with the notching. But I want to get some preliminary thinning in there. Like that. And like that. Hopefully without too much fuss, but I think I blew off more of that ear. Oh well. Nice. All right, end it with a pop out. Ouch. It's very easy to over flake it, so you know, take too much off with the flaker. There's a downside with it being easy to flake. Let's see, I need it to be symmetrical. You know, way off. Okay, let's see. A lot of inward pressure on that one. You do a lot of inward when you want it to travel. That's what I wanted. I wanted to travel to do the preliminary thinning for me. Okay. Crunch it in there, strengthen it for the next push. Crunch it, crunch it, crunch it, get ready for the next push. Did it do it? Not quite, but almost. All right, so let's just work on the symmetry. Maybe some thinning flakes on the stem. Gotta watch out for those red areas. All right, make sure I don't push too much pressure. It could snap across the neck. Oops, release too soon. Come on. Let me build up some pressure first. All right, now the other side. The other side could use a little bit of thinning. I got it zoomed in, so it's hard to keep it in the frame. All right, let's see. Did the pressure flaker work okay? I guess it did. The percussion strike might have been better, but oh well. Okay. Not too much more to go. I'm going to strengthen this edge for some pressure flakes. I want to make this edge a little straighter. In terms of being straight down. Send in some pressure flakes. Not really straight in terms of this way because it's kind of wavy, but straight like this. But I don't want to take off too much of the edge right now. I'll straighten it a little bit more in a bit after I take off some good pressure flakes. I need some width so I can make sure I can remove those pressure flakes. That one stopped, right? It's not too bad. Yeah, I could probably do better with percussion. Yeah, if that would have been a percussion strike, that might have been prettier. All right, let's try some percussion. One percussion strike in here. Come on. Did it do it? That's good enough. All right, I'm gonna do a few more percussion strikes. Opportunistic stuff. Dang it. Need to remove the flake. Yeah, like that. Get it thinner. Yeah, better. One more. Come on, be good. Okay. It did cooperate. All right, I'm just going to finish up. Get rid of those little serrations. Even though the Kirk probably had a bunch of them. This one won't. Because I'm in a hurry. Lazy, or whatever you want to call. Whatever you want to call it. Not supposed to lose any of that tip. It just flakes too well. The edge, I mean, this stone sharpens okay. I've seen better stones for sharp edges. This is kind of like the Rainy Buttes as far as the edge quality goes. It can crush down to a dull edge very easily. So that's why I'm kind of using the spatula. For two reasons. One, it doesn't contact the edge very much. And number two, it does not leave a serrated looking edge. Yeah, it's a lot like Rainy Buttes in that way that it crushes very easily, so it's hard to get a really sharp edge on it, and I'm kind of messing it up. Not sure how thin these barbs are on the real ones. Make it thicker, make it quicker. Yeah, it's not going to cooperate. All right, so I think that's a Kirk, right? Or something similar. Maybe a little deeper on the notch. Just trying to thin that a little bit more, but that's okay. I'll stop messing with it. And I'll send this off to the new owner. Okay. I think that's it. There's a dull spot here on the edge. Most of the edge is pretty sharp. I can go back and pick at the dull spots. I'm not sure about the ears on the Kirk, if they were rounded or pointed. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. I don't know if these barbs are thin or thick on the real ones, but I'm going to leave them thicker. I could probably fingernail pick some of these, pick off some of these fingernail step fractures off with my fingernails. No, but they look pretty solid. Okay. So yeah, I avoided the pitfalls of the red stuff for the most part. There's still some diving that went on there. Looks good as far as hafting goes. It's not as thin as it could be. Fits nice into a little knife handle. But yeah, all right. That's it.